dear fellows, representative organizations of persons with disabilities, and all persons with disabilities of Slovenia. I am Jonas Ruskus, member, vice chair of the Committee on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities of the United Nations. Let me first congratulate you on behalf of the entire CRPD committee on organizing the Conference on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. I would like to recall that all persons with disabilities, regardless the impairment type and severity of impairment, have all human rights, including political and civil, economic and cultural and social rights. It means that no one shall be subjected on the basis of impairment to any kind of exclusion, distinction or restriction which has the purpose or effect of impairing or nullifying the dignity, also the recognition, enjoyment or exercise of all human rights and fundamental freedoms on an equal basis with others. The Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities of the United Nations also means the obligations of the state parties, Slovenia included, to domesticate all provisions of the Convention to its national legislation and regulation. I call to comprehend the Convention as a human rights model of disability, which means the human rights standard for all measures that regard persons with disabilities, regardless of the type and severity of impairment. Persons' impairment does not hinder human rights capacity and rights. The human rights model of disability acknowledges the diversity of persons with disabilities, different layers of identity as well. For instance, the state parties of the Convention must acknowledge dignity of every person with disability, their rights to equality and non-discrimination, their right to full social participation and social inclusion, their right to independent living. It was my pleasure and privilege for being a country rapporteur for Slovenia a year ago in the United Nations. I do remember the dialogues with representative organizations of persons with disabilities, also Slovenian government as well. I do remember that despite some positive achievements in Slovenia, especially the new law on personal assistance, there are still many issues that the committee was concerned about. I suppose you know well our concerns and recommendations to Slovenia. Just I want to recall about the concrete measures for ensuring accessibility and full social inclusion for persons with physical, sensorial, psychosocial, intellectual disabilities, their full social inclusion in mainstream society, transportation, regular education, open labor market included. I hope for clear policies, for clear political responses for fully ending institutionalization of persons with disabilities, for fully ending substituted decision making as well, and ensuring full recognition of the rights and full social inclusion of all persons with disability. The Convention is a perfect standard for that. The committee has elaborated very explicit general comments on many provisions of the Convention. I recommend to use them all when designing, implementing measures and promoting all measures necessary for human rights-based society in Slovenia. Have an inspiring conference. Good luck to all of you. Thank you.